Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our second college football game of the season. And tonight it's the Colorado Buffaloes taking on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And tonight's game is brought to you by the Ultimate Football board game. It's called You're the Coach. And there's a whole lot that we're doing with it. If you want to get in on it, you can buy a franchise for as low as $500. And you can make weekly installment payments until that is paid off also. So many things that we are working on. You see the Cash App at the bottom of your screen, $ Michael Ray, WRAY Jr. You want to support old Snowman? You can do so by hitting my personal Cash App, Tallman Dr. K50. We got a good one here. Colorado looking for their fourth win in a row in this series against the Nebraska Cornhuskers. We're a few minutes away from kickoff. And like I said before, you're going to see a whole bunch of stuff being moved as we continue to move into our new studio and get everything situated. And as soon as we find what we find, and we just did, we are going to have a fun time with this game tonight. The first time I ever saw Colorado, Nebraska was 1986. And it was so much fun seeing those two rivals go at it. And the biggest game that I saw between these two occurred in 1989 in Boulder, Colorado, when, of course, you had the pitch, Darian Hagan to J.J. Flanagan, that went for 70 yards and a touchdown. And Colorado eventually won that game by a final of 27-21. So while we get everything situated here, I'm going to do my to bring this play-by-play extravaganza to you in the best set of ways, the best way I know how. Hey, do me a favor, folks. I love when I get interactive with the fans, but do me a big favor, please, please. I ask of y'all to keep it clean. Okay, keep everything clean. Let's respect all the fans that are to root for their team. Okay, if you like the game cast, let me know down below, and I'm going to be posting some live updates with some hashtags also. So I believe everybody, I believe everything is ready. A minute, folks. There we are. Here come the Cornhuskers. They'll go red tops, white bottoms. I beg your pardon, with the white helmet and the N on either side, separated by a red stripe. Of course, it's Nebraska fall. It's at night, and there is not a seat to be had in the house. Colorado will go white tops, metallic gold bottoms with the gold Colorado helmet, the Colorado Buffalo insignia on either side. Logo is normally the word that I use, but I'm going to use the word insignia tonight. Make sure everything's clear, and Colorado is getting ready to take the field. Both teams are 1-0 coming into this ball game tonight, as the Buffs are waiting behind. Here's Coach Prime walking out, and he's gonna run out with him. And here come the Colorado Buffaloes as they head onto the field. As mentioned, you can chat with us and stay interactive with us all night long. And you can also put your let's do our first question of the night. I didn't write this down. Shame on me. So we're gonna do it this way. Iori is here, Raw Dogs is here. I have to get ready for tomorrow for tomorrow's cookout. Wilson 21-12 says should be a good game, Snowman. Yes, it should be. Daniel Berry is with us. Matt Rule is the coach for the Cornhuskers with a 6-7 record. He's 1-0 on the year. And salute to Wilson 21-12 for being the first one in the chat tonight. Raw Dogs is with us. He's preparing for a cookout tomorrow. Iori says, "Let's go Nebraska." And Nebraska is laying 6.5 at home. Nebraska is laying 6.5 at home. You did not misread that. It's Dylan Raiola against Shedeur Sanders, and last week Shedeur Sanders threw for over 400 yards in their close win over North Dakota State. Will he have a bunch of encores this season, or will he have an encore from last week? I'll tell you what, let's take a break, and when y'all come back, it's Colorado and it's Nebraska in an old-time Big 8 matchup. Yes, the Big 8, not the Big 12 or the Big 10 where Nebraska is, the Big 12 where Colorado is. If anybody remembers the Big 8, comment down below who your Big 8 team was. And tonight, throughout the night, use the hashtag Snowman Multimedia and hashtag Colorado versus Nebraska with all the chatting that we're going to do. Back in a minute. All right, we're set to go here from Lincoln, Nebraska, as the Colorado Buffaloes take on the homestanding Nebraska Cornhuskers. And Shedeur Sanders getting coached up by his Hall of Fame father, Deion Sanders, or Coach Prime, as he is known as in those parts. And we're set to go as John Hall will kick things off. 7 kickoffs. He has 2 touchbacks. Jimmy Horn Jr. with South Florida and Colorado has 23 returns total. Nebraska will operate right to left as we see it. And as you folks are watching along at home, on your mark, get set, and off we go from Lincoln, Nebraska, into the direction of Jimmy Horn. He'll take it, fumbled it at the 1, picks it up at the 5, running left to the 10, outside of the 20, and then he is banged down from behind. A bunch of Nebraskas are there to meet him, and it is 1st and 10 for the Colorado Buffaloes. They will operate from their own 21-yard line. The first thing I want to tell you with my thoughts about Shedeur Sanders, he's very athletic, yes, but he threw for 4 touchdowns last week, and how many of those were on scramble drills? Got to be able to get through his progression reads, and of course 90,000 are not going to make this easy for him tonight. From the 21-yard line, Colorado goes left to right as we see it, as you folks hear it here in the first quarter. The snap to Sanders, looks to throw out to the outside. It is dropped by Travis Hunter as that ball bounced in front of him. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. We have an upset to tell you about as Iowa has gone down to Iowa State 20-19. Sanders, the quarterback. Charlie Arfidal is the running back. Travis Hunter, Jimmy Horn, and Will Shepard are your receivers. Smalls, Seaton across the front line. Get you your defensive lineup in just a moment. On 2nd and 10, Sanders this time throws to the right side, and that's dropped. Will Shepard, the intended receiver. And so far, the Jitters seem to be getting the best of the Colorado Buffaloes. 2 pass attempts, 2 drops. 14:48 left in the first, and it's 3rd and 10 from the 21-yard line. Nebraska looks like they're going to send everybody. On 3rd and 10, Sanders back in the shotgun with a running back Offerdahl standing to his right, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Shedeur claps his hands, calls for the ball. He takes the snap, and he is buried back at the 12-yard line. And Colorado, not the start that they want, goes 3 and out. And they will have to punt the ball to this hyped-up Nebraska team as Sanders was sacked by Ty Robinson for a loss of 9. So they'll be back to the 12-yard line. And Dylan Bassett will punt from his end zone. He gets the kick away. It was nearly blocked. And it will be taken by the receiver outside of the 40, makes a move into the 50 and down to the Colorado 49-yard line. So Dylan Raiola will take the snaps, will take the field for the first time. 6'3", 230. It was 19 of 27 for 239 yards and 2 touchdowns for the Nebraska Cornhuskers last week against UTEP. So it is 1st and 10 for the Cornhuskers. Red tops, white bottoms, white numbers, and lettering moving right to left. As we see it, and as you folks are listening along at home with us, as Raiola operates in the shotgun from the right hash, receiver across the formation in motion, and on 1st and 10, swings it out to the running back, and he's going to be caught and dropped for a loss of 2. Loss of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 12 as Ramir Johnson took the pass. He's the running back. Banks, Nayor, and Bonner, your receivers. Fedone, Cochran, Evans, Scott, and Mazuka across the offense. Fedone's your tight end. Cochran, Evans, Scott, Mazuka on your offensive line. It is 2nd down and 12, and the handoff is to Ramir Johnson, and Johnson gets banged down after about a gain of 2. And it's 3rd down and 10 coming up. Robert Livingston is the Colorado defensive coordinator. Okanola, Cokes, Nwankwo, and Hayes up front. Woods, Bentley, and Hunter, Woods and Bentley, your linebackers, and Travis Hunter leads the secondary. 3rd and 10 from the Colorado 49. Raiola claps his hands, takes the belt high shotgun snap, steps up into the pocket, has room to run. He's going to take it, and he has a first down before he is whacked down on a gain of 12 and a first down for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And you have to wonder if they're going to go tempo. So Raiola picks up 12 on that run. And it's 1st and 10 for the Cornhuskers at the Colorado 37-yard line. Now we go back to work with the ball on the right hash, and on 1st and 10, the pass goes to Ja'Cory Barney, and Barney slips a tackle and is whacked out of bounds inside the 30 down to the 29. That's a gain of 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2 from that point for the Nebraska Cornhuskers, who seem to be moving the ball at will. Raiola so far 2 for 2. And now we may be looking. No, we're not going to look at a. Oh, yes, we are. We're probably going to be looking at an extra penalty for targeting. Targeting is, they're going to do an official review right now for targeting. as Ja'Cory Barney was whacked out of bounds by Bentley. And while we do their review, want to welcome in everybody that is with us this evening to the Fanatics Feedback Zone. We go. Kenneth Clark says, "Hey, my friend, how are you doing tonight? I'm doing good tonight. I'm doing good also. Targeting is still in review right now. Nebraska is saying yes to targeting. Bentley is nodding his head no. But he led, it looked like, with the crown of his helmet, and the answer is no. So it's 1st and 10 for the Nebraska Cornhuskers, and they are rolling. They started this drive at the Colorado 49-yard line. Let's see what happens. Dante Dowdell is the lone running back. Ball on the left hash. Receiver across the formation in motion, and here comes the pass out to the right side. That pass is caught. And it's a gain of 4. It'll be second down. It'll be 1st and 10. I beg your pardon. It was 2nd and 2. Raiola threw it to Jamal Banks for a first down. As Banks able to spin away down to the 25-yard line. Nebraska quickly up to the line on 1st and 10. 11:15 remaining in the opening quarter. As Raiola takes the belt high shotgun snap and hands it to Dowdell inside the 15 and dives down to the 13-yard line. Pickup of 12 and another first down for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. That is their 4th on this drive. Dante Dowdell picks up 13 on that play. So Dowdell was upended by a Colorado linebacker, but it is 1st and 10 as Nebraska operates inside the red zone. And the snap and the handoff to Dowdell up the middle. 10-5, touchdown, Nebraska! Dante Dowdell, and the balloons fly. The red balloons fly. Dowdell in from 13 yards out. And what do you know? It is 6-0 Nebraska. Uh-oh. Here's a question, and I will put this on Twitter as well. Do y'all think if Nebraska wins, do you all call that an upset? Use the hashtag Colorado versus Nebraska with your answer and tweet at SNWMN Multimedia with your answer. And Dowdell ran straight up the middle, and the kick is good, and the Nebraska Cornhuskers strike first. They go 49 yards in 7 plays, and Dante Dowdell pays off the drive with a 13-yard touchdown run. Your score is Nebraska 7 and Colorado nothing. Nebraska strikes first. Oh my. Trying to do this on my phone and it's not working, so I'm just going to use my computer to do all of my social media updates. You can follow me at SNWMN Multimedia, and you see our sponsor at the bottom of the screen. It's the Ultimate Football Board Game. My buddy Michael Ray has You're the Coach. You can buy a franchise for $500 if you go to you'rethecoach.football, or you can make a Cash App donation here to him and to me, and we will get you hooked up. Iowa says great field position. Absolutely. Bobby Ludwig says, Mr. Snowman, that would be me. I was having a little fun, or my wife was having a little fun with me earlier when she brought me dinner, and she asked, she heard me getting all the stats together and everything ready for the game, and I said Nebraska's laying 6.5 at home. She just mildly goes, "Nuh-uh, you don't know what you're talking about." And I'm just sitting here laughing. I am just sitting here laughing. And she said it again. What are you talking about, mister? Oh, I take that back. She said sister, not mister. And in fact, she's talking to my daughter. This time it's the cat. Okay. Which mister? Never mind. Winnie. She is talking to Winnie. That scoring drive took 3 minutes, 22 seconds. They go 7 plays, Nebraska does, and 49 yards, and stick it right in the end zone. We'll keep you up to date with all the scores of tonight's game. And for Colorado to stay in this game, they are really going to have to turn the screws defensively because this Nebraska offense looks like they're ready to run everybody out the joint. Dante Dowdell pays off the drive with a 13-yard touchdown run. When you're the only game in town, and I've been to places where a college football game is the only game in town, it is fun. It is absolutely fun. Brandon Hall will kick things off once again for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Moving from right to left. And the approach and the boot will come into the direction of Jimmy Horn. He'll take it at his 3, ahead to the 5, 10, near side, 15, 20. He's loose. 25, 30. He's loose. 35 to the 40, 45, 50, angling near side, 45, 40, and pushed out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 61 yards on that return. And Colorado is now operating in Nebraska territory the same way that Nebraska operated in Colorado territory. 61 yards on that return. As he got loose, there was a chance for him to take it the distance. So now Colorado has now great field position. And the Horn was pushed out by James Williams, the defensive lineman who chased him down. So from the Nebraska 37, Colorado goes back to work. Sanders in the shotgun formation with Offerdahl standing to his right and 3 receivers to the right. Sanders will throw, looking, and he is run over again. Second time that Shedeur Sanders has been run over tonight. Nash Hutmacher, the defensive lineman, with the stop. And if I were Colorado, I'd be a little worried with this offensive line because so far in 2 games, you're seeing the same thing, which is the line getting beat by bigger players, just like last year. Remember the game against Colorado State? Loss of 11, 2nd and 21, back to the 48-yard line. The snap to Sanders. He winds up and throws. That pass is caught by Horn. Horn gets inside the 40, still going back down to the 37-yard line. So he gets 11 yards back on that play. Tony White, the defensive coordinator for Nebraska, they allowed just under 93 yards rushing a game last year. From the near hash, it is 3rd down and 10. Sanders in shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the right and 2 to the left, so they empty the backfield on 3rd and 11. Snap to Sanders, winds up, throws over the middle. That pass is caught. But he's a couple yards shy of the first down. Will Shepard, the receiver that time, and it is 4th down and about 3. And what will Coach Sanders do in this situation? It is 4th and 1. And they're going to keep their offense on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th and 1. If Nebraska comes up with a stop here, Coach Sanders and company is in a whole lot of trouble. The snap to Sanders, hands to Offerdahl. He is crushed and loses 2 yards. And the Nebraska Cornhuskers have come out ready. They smelled run and were able to get back there in a hurry. So Nebraska comes up with the stop so far of the night. And we have time on the field. 8:31 left in the first, and Nebraska has the ball back, leading 7-0. And how far will they go this time? Back in a minute to find out. Okay. Nebraska stuffed Colorado on 4th and 1 as Charlie Offerdahl lost 2 yards. G. Darius says they should have punted the ball. Absolutely, they should have. Iori celebrates by saying, stuffed! And as soon as that receiver came in motion, Nebraska knew what was coming, raced in, and made the stop. And the fellow who made the stop was Makai Bayer. And on first down, Raiola, sidearm pass to the outside, caught, but upended by Travis Hunter. Loss of 2 to be 2nd down and 12 from that point. 8:19 left in the first. Nebraska 7, Colorado nothing. And this is them. This is Nebraska operating after a turnover on downs. 2nd down and 12 on a loss of 2. Raiola in motion. Now close to that's Banks in motion to the line. Raiola throws over the middle. That pass is caught. And the catch was made by Isaiah Nair. He was brought down. He was brought down by Nikhil Hill Green, inside linebacker. A gain of 4 leaves 3rd down and 8, and coming off is Shiloh Sanders. Raiola is 5 of 6, 47 yards. That was last week against UTEP. He gained 4 first downs. He'll need 8 here. Receiver in motion. And now they throw it backwards. That pass is caught inside the 35 and wrestled down at the 39-yard line, short by a yard, but we have a flag. And that flag looks like it might be a face mask. Let's not speculate. Let's see what the official says. Mike McCabe is your referee this evening. talking with Coach Sanders, and will he push him back? Let's see what the penalty is. It is holding against Nebraska, and he's going to make him repeat third down. I always didn't like that. The man in charge himself of You're the Coach football is here. He is in. Michael Ray is in. Go show You're the Coach football on YouTube some love tonight. Give him a lot of subscribers. I plan to have a lot of fans in here tonight. Third down and a bunch for Nebraska. 6:59 left in the first. Let's see what they do here. On third down and 11. Here's the snap. Raiola has it. Looking, winds up, steps up, winds up again, and fires. That pass is caught. And he's going to be caught short of the first down at the 38, 2 yards shy of the first down. Ramir Johnson with the reception, and Nebraska will punt. So after the stop, Nebraska, in essence, goes 3 and out. G. Darius says the Colorado O-line is terrible tonight. Yes, they are. Bobby Ludwig says Oregon Beavers. I think she meant Oregon State Beavers. For the first time tonight, Nebraska will punt it away. And doing the honors is Brian Buschini. He gets it away, and it's a high angling punt. And it will bounce, and it will roll, and it will stop at the 1 yard line. Now, there is the perfect definition of a coffin corner kick. 5:51 left in the first. Nebraska 7, Colorado nothing. We'll be back. All right, let's line up the chat with our first question of the night. Who are you picking? Do you have Colorado or do you have Nebraska? Put your answers in the chat below and use the following hashtag that I'm going to put in there right now. Colorado versus Nebraska. Who are you picking? And aside of that, what score do you give this game? What's the score that you're looking for in this game? Iori says great kick. Wilson 2112 says great punt. Indeed, it was. If my calculations are right, that was a 60-yard punt. And it landed right on the goal. It landed right on the 1 yard line. I ask y'all a favor. Please do not put any spoilers in the chat also. I want to be able to bring every play to you guys. It is 7-0 Nebraska. We have 5:51 left in the opening quarter. And Colorado in 1986, which was the first game I watched, and there's J.J. Flanagan allowing the fans to storm the field at Folsom Field. And then in 1994, Nebraska beat number 2 Colorado Iori, if I had made you a mod, please allow me to do so. I'll do so later. So from the 1 yard line, it is 1st and 10. Sanders in shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the right and a lone slot to the left. Sanders calls for the ball and takes the shotgun snap. He winds up and throws it. It's picked off. Touchdown, Nebraska! And the same problems that we saw last year, Tommy Hill returns it for a 2-yard touchdown. And suddenly it is 13-0 Cornhuskers. Colorado has got some issues. It's okay, Wilson. It is okay. This is one of the things I feared when I do these games, that a lot of y'all are going to be ahead of me, and that's fine. I just ask that you not post any spoilers in the chat. The snap is backing down, and the kick is good, but barely. And lo and behold, 5:46 left in the first quarter. It is Nebraska 14 and Colorado nothing. All right, here we go. First quarter question. What? And that question is, while we got a moment, what is your favorite? Is your go-to? Let's do it that way. Is your go-to fall football food? Let's have some fun. What is you guys' favorite go-to fall football food? Put your answers in the chat below and use the hashtag first quarter question and also the hashtag Colorado versus Nebraska. Take a look at, y'all want to go to you'rethecoach.football. If you want to take a look at the ultimate board game, Michael Ray Jr. has put together You're the Coach. It's the ultimate football board game, and there are more details on the website. We are selling plays as we speak right now. If you want to try to play the game and have someone play it for you or with you, let us know in the chat below. Here we go. The approach and the kick is going to go to and through the end zone for a touchback. And Colorado has the ball back, down 14-0. Here's a question. Should this prompt a change for Colorado at quarterback? There's a question. Should it prompt a change for Colorado at quarterback? If so, who takes the many thousand plus on their feet roaring out loud? 1st and 10 for Colorado. They'll start at their own 25-yard line, moving left to right. Sanders is alone in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left and 2 to the right. Sanders waits, lifts and lowers his leg with the ball on the left hash. He takes the belt-high shotgun snap and looks to throw, stepping up into the pocket, and he's going to escape this time. Out to his right. No, he's not. He's buried again. Oh, my Lord. This offensive line for Colorado is a sieve right now, man. That's the best. That's the best way I can put it. M.J. Sherman, the senior from Baltimore, Maryland, chased down the elusive Sanders and buried him at the 20-yard line. Loss of 5, 2nd and 15. Sanders, with a running back standing to his left, takes the belt-high shotgun snap and fires to the right side, to the left side. It is caught and dropped immediately after a gain of 5. It leaves 3rd down and 10. LeJontay Wester, I beg your pardon, is the fellow who made that catch. 3 sacks tonight for Nebraska. 3 of them. 2 occurred on the first. 2 of them occurred on the drive where they got stuffed on 4th down. And Colorado was 0 for 2 on 3rd down. They have averaged 10.5 yards to go. Let's see what happens here. From the 25-yard line, the snap to Sanders, who steps up into the pocket, winds up, throws, and it is incomplete. And Colorado will have to give up the football again. The defensive line of Nebraska is getting home and making plays. Lots of plays. And that is what's the problem with Colorado right now. Their offensive line so far cannot contain that defensive line. LeJontay Wester, I keep saying Webster, was the intended receiver. And so for the second time in 3 possessions, Colorado will have to punt it away. And it is Mark Vassett that will punt for Colorado. He gets the punt away, high angling spiral, headed toward the sidelines, and it will drop out of bounds where? All the way to the 45-yard line. 25-yard punt with no return. Oh, man. Oh, man. This game for Colorado has not started the way they wanted to start. It's a 30-yard punt with no return, out of bounds at the Nebraska 45-yard line. Missouri leads Buffalo 17-0. They're in the second quarter. 19th ranked Kansas leads Illinois 9-3. They're in the second quarter. 4th ranked Alabama leads Southern Florida, USF, 7-3. And Miami is all over Florida A&M, 32-6, 10:01 left in the third quarter of that game. I just posted the tweet. Does Coach Sanders pull the trigger on Shedeur Sanders? And I got a response here. Ira says, maybe soon. Maybe. I'll tell you more about how you can buy a franchise for You're the Coach.football, the ultimate football board game, which is the sponsor of tonight's game. I'll tell you all about that at halftime, because if you have not seen this game or had a chance to play it, and I'm guessing both, not only are you going to have a chance to play it as a board game, but Old Snowman's cooking up something where you can play it online. But you're going to have to register to do so. Give you all the details at halftime. Did anybody suspect this start for Nebraska? I did. I knew Nebraska was going to come out smoking because they're at home, it's at night, and there's 90,000 Cornhusker fans. There's no other game. There's nothing else going on in Lincoln, Nebraska. And I'll say it again, they're laying 6.5 at home. 4:20 for the first. Nebraska has the ball back, 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line in their own territory, moving left to right, and Shiloh Sanders is headed for the locker room. The 6-foot senior out of Canton, Texas, is headed for the locker room, so the Buffaloes will be without one of their biggest playmaking corners. The turn in the handoff straight ahead to Dowdell, and Dowdell gets 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1. All of the numbers so far favor Nebraska. And I mean, this is looking way too easy. Way too easy. 2nd and 1 from the Colorado 46. Snap in hand to Ramir Johnson running left. He's Dowdell, I should say, has the first down on a pickup of 2. 7 first downs so far, or 6 first downs so far for Nebraska. None for Colorado. None. Nebraska's 1 for 2 on 3rd downs tonight. Dowdell with 4 carries and 36 yards, plus that 13-yard touchdown that opened the scoring. I got so many questions about tonight's game. I want to use the hashtag Nebraska versus Colorado. On 1st down and 10, Ramir Johnson in the backfield behind Ariola, a man running wide open, and it's incomplete. Raiola had a man running free, couldn't get it to him. He overshot him by a few yards. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Jalen Lloyd was the intended receiver. And here's another problem for Colorado is their secondary. Had Lloyd been able to catch up to it, that was a touchdown. Right off of his fingertips. And Raiola just put a little too much under it. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the Colorado 44-yard line. Turning hand to Johnson, straight ahead, inside the 40, inside the 35, down to the 33, 32-yard line. That's a gain of 11 and a 1st down for Nebraska. And they're making this look way too easy. They are making this look way too easy. But when you have a defensive line like Colorado that has been this bad since Coach Sanders took over, and on 1st down, the handoff to Johnson running straight ahead, and this time Colorado was waiting for him. Ramir Johnson was the ball carrier. He gets 1. And on the stop is Bentley, Levante Bentley for the Buffaloes. 2:28 left in the 1st quarter. 63 rushing yards for Nebraska. Colorado is sitting at, ready for this, minus 27. It is 2nd down and 9. After a gain of 1. And the fake to Johnson. Raiola rolling out to the right. Plenty of time. Uncorks a deep one near side, and that is incomplete off the hands of the intended receiver. Whoops, wrong one. Looking at Thomas Fidone. Thomas Fidone was the intended receiver. There's a flag, and it is pass interference against Colorado. Oops. So now you give them another set of downs. Cameron Silman Craig, the guilty party. So the worst that could happen for Colorado is happening right now, right before our eyes. This takes you back to Colorado State last year in week 2 and Oregon in week 4. 2:05 for the first. 1st and 10 for the Cornhuskers, and they're looking for more down to the 17-yard line in Colorado territory. The turn in the hand to Dowdell, and Dowdell is punished at the 15. Silman Craig makes the stop on a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8 from that point. Now we have 1:50 left in the 1st quarter, and who saw this coming? Dowdell will stand to the right of Raiola. 2nd down and 8 after a 2-yard gain. Matt Rule playing tempo for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And on 2nd down, the handoff to Dowdell straight up the middle. Look out! Leaps over a tackler inside the 10 and inside the 5 and down to the 2-yard line. 15 yards, but that may come back as there is a flag on the field. And that is a hold against Nebraska. So Colorado gets a break as Nebraska was set up 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. But because of a hold that was on Levante Bentley, even with the leap, it looked good. So 2nd and 8 becomes 2nd down and 18. 1:28 left in the opening quarter. Raiola and company out to a 14-0 lead. And if you're Nebraska, you want to keep the foot on their necks right now. 2nd down and 18. Ball at the 26-yard line. The snap to Raiola. Sidearm pass caught on the tunnel screen to the right side and brought down by Bentley at the 20-yard line. And the reception was made by Barney, Chakori Barney. I thought that's who it was. Wanted to be sure. The other thing about doing games like this, even when I'm in the booth, I'm usually the only one that's on the call. I don't have a spotter or anything, so I'm doing the best I can spotting everything. Johnson in the backfield with Raiola. 3rd down and 13, and timeout Nebraska. They'll spend a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining. 42 seconds left in the opening quarter. Nebraska 14, Colorado nothing. Back after this. You know, and NBC just highlighted the exact thing that I was thinking. On third down, Raiola to throw. Over the middle. That pass is caught by Johnson inside the 15, brought down at the 13-yard line. 34 seconds left. And they're going to take the decision to the second quarter, or will they? Because you don't have to snap the ball right now. Dylan Raiola is 7 out of 8. Matt Rule is saying, wait a second. So they're going to take this to the second quarter. And the comparison that I was talking about just a moment ago, they compared Dylan Raiola to Patrick Mahomes in terms of his style, in terms of his look, and in terms of his throws. And aside of the fact, they both wear number 15. We're done with one. In Lincoln, your score, Nebraska 14 and Colorado nothing. Back with the second quarter after this. All right, here's a question for you. Should Nebraska go for it up 14 on fourth down? Put your answers in the chat. Because if they go for it and they convert, I believe that's going to be a knockout punch. What do you think they'll do? Colorado versus Nebraska is your hashtag. I'm running all these political ads, and I don't care. Okay, I don't care. The talk during, excuse me, praying for patience. God, please give us the patience he needs to lead this team. Yeah, he's going to need it. He is going to need it because from what I've seen so far, I'm not impressed. I wasn't impressed last year, and so far I'm not impressed this year. When we come back, it is fourth down and about 3. So it's Paul Burmeister and Colt McCoy that's on the call tonight for NBC on Big Ten Saturday night. Should be Big 8 Saturday night, doggone it. It should be Big 8 Saturday night. And from the looks of it, they're going to take the points and extend this lead to 3 possessions. You don't want to do what Dan Gamble has done for the Detroit Lions, and it's going to cost him this year just like it did last year. So let's see what happens. Shedeur Sanders waits his turn on the sidelines, and that's another thing that is keeping Colorado off the board. Here we go. This is a 32-yard field goal attempt from left to right. Ball on the far hash. Backing down, and Genatoni field goal is no good. So all that, and it yields nothing. And that holding penalty, 2 holding penalties on that drive, cost Nebraska at least 3 points. Alvano missed the kick that time. And now it is 1st and 10 for Colorado. Let's see if they can get something going. If they do, then then they've dodged a bullet. Colorado's run 11 plays. Nebraska's run 18. One turnover belongs to Colorado, and they threw it, and it turned into a pick 6. So from the 20-yard line, they go back to work. Colorado right to left, and on 1st down, they hand it ahead. The running back busting through, and he gets about 4, maybe 5 on that carry. It is Dallin Hayden that was on the carry that time. Nebraska 14, Colorado nothing. 14:28 remaining. Gain of 4, 2nd down and 6 for the Colorado Buffaloes. 14:20 remaining in the 1st half. Hayden remains in the backfield with Sanders with the ball on the right hash. Fake to Hayden. Nope, Hayden gets it, and he's going to be buried. Once again, that offensive line of Colorado is not getting anything done. And when I say that, I mean just that, anything. They're not getting anything done. Benson Shavers was on the tackle that time. They were expecting Dallin Hayden to run the ball. They did, and he was brought down by Shavers. And now it is 3rd down and 7. Colorado yet to complete or convert a 3rd down tonight. Sanders in shotgun formation with Hayden standing to his right. Snap to Sanders. They bring pressure over the middle. That pass is caught by Travis Hunter, and Colorado gets their first down of the night. That's a big completion. That is a big completion. $13:03 and counting remaining in the 1st half. 14-0 Nebraska leads. Colorado just got their first down of the ball game, and it took them a quarter plus to do it. Shedeur Sanders takes the shotgun snap and unloads a deep one far side, and the defensive back and the receiver get tangled up. No flag. Coach Sanders sprinted down the sideline looking for a penalty and not going to get it. Travis Hunter was the intended receiver. It would have been pass interference, but yes, there also would have been a face mask, offensive face mask, against Hunter. So it is 2nd down and 10 for the Colorado Buffaloes at their own 32-yard line. 13:02 left in the 1st half, 5 on the play clock. The snap to Sanders. He looks to throw. Plenty of time, plenty of room, and fires to the far side. That pass is caught out to the 35-yard line. And on the reception was Savell Smalls, the tight end, 6'3", 260. And now Colorado wants to play tempo. 3rd down and 8 for the Colorado Buffaloes. They trail by 14. They're 1 for 4 on 3rd downs tonight. They're averaging 9.5 yards that they need on 3rd down. Snap to Sanders, back to throw, stepping up into the pocket. Now takes off, and he's brought down from behind again. And that is that's another sack, 4th one of the night by Jamari Butler, the defensive lineman. Colorado goes 3 and out after the missed, 4 and out essentially after the missed field goal, and they'll have to punt. So essentially, after one 1st down, they go 3 and out And Bassett gets the punt away right to left. And everybody's going to get away with it. It's going to roll dead at the 13-yard line. I don't know why some of the players for Colorado are celebrating. They're down 14-0. What do you guys think so far is the biggest problem for the Colorado Buffaloes? Put your answers in the chat below. I'm going to post the same thing on Twitter and on Instagram. Make sure I put this up here too. It allows me to take a breath. There we are. There we are. I wish I could put this on other platforms, but I don't trust them. G. Darius says offensive line, agreed. Agreed, because they've allowed what, 4 sacks so far tonight? And this is not supposed to be a good Nebraska team? Says you. Apparently they are a good Nebraska team if they're getting 6.5 at home. If they're laying 6.5 at home, I beg your pardon. Excuse me. All right, they are in a break. And here are some team stats for you while we're at a break. Nebraska has 8 first downs. Colorado has 1. And the total yards, you ready for this? 116 to 10. The rushing yards are the biggest factor. 71 for Nebraska and minus 26 for Colorado. Each team has been penalized twice. Nebraska's held the ball 11 minutes and 13 seconds, and Colorado's held the ball for 8 minutes and 6 seconds. So all the numbers favor Nebraska, but that missed opportunity to put at least 3 points on the board may come back and haunt them. We don't know. We'll keep everybody updated on the scores that are going on tonight, that are happening tonight in college football. And it's ridiculous what Miami is doing to Florida A&M. It is 46-9 there in the third quarter. Alabama leads Southern USF, University of South Florida. I said Southern Florida. Raiola over the middle, and it is caught. And a first down for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. The big tight, it was the big tight end, Thomas Fidone, that made the catch on a gain of 12 and a first down for the Cornhuskers. And Fidone took a shot. That is his 20. He had 25 receptions last year. He has a couple here tonight. Now they'll operate out of the pistol with the ball on the 32-yard line and a flag. Is this a false start, or is this against Colorado? Here's the answer. Offside against Colorado, their third penalty of the night. You know another problem I see with Colorado? Lack of discipline. Lack of discipline. It cost them last year when they finished on a losing streak, and it's costing them right now, down 14. 10:45 left in the half. The snap to Raiola. He looks, fires a fade far side, and it is incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 5 from that point. They only needed 5, so they took a shot down the field. Isaiah Nair was the intended receiver. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start preparing the way I usually prepare, and that's get all the names, the pronunciations, as DJ McKinney was on defense that time. 2nd down and 5. Receivers out to the right. And a lone slot to the left. Raiola in shotgun formation. Hands it to Dowdell, running straight ahead, and he's going to be caught short of the first down. Dowdell picks up 4, and it's 3rd down and 1. And if there was ever a time, as Dowdell has 7 carries for 44 yards, and if there was ever a time that Colorado needed a 3 and out, it is right now. They need to get off the field. This Colorado defense has been eaten alive so far. And that defensive line is offering no help whatsoever to get them off the field. 3rd and 1. Out of the shotgun formation, the handoff to Dowdell, running straight ahead. He's got the first down and more, out to the 41-yard line on a gain of 3, maybe 4. That is the 10th first down of the night for Nebraska. Colorado only has one first down. First and 10 from the 38-yard line. Raiola to throw, stepping out of trouble. Offensive line gives him some great protection, and Raiola will have to fling it away. He got out of the pocket, and we have a flag. The referees come together. Says Mike McKibb says personal foul against Colorado. Oops. And that's an automatic first down. So another penalty benefiting Nebraska. Anquan Barnes, 6'5", 315, a junior transfer. And I'm looking at the replay. He did hit the center right upside the head. Illegal hands to the face. And another first down for Nebraska. That's their second, I believe, via penalty tonight. Raiola waits in shotgun formation, takes the belt high snap, and hands it to Ramir, and he's going to get across the 40 down to the 38-yard line. Ramir Johnson with the carry. And I'm sorry I'm messing up the names, folks. I'm going to get better as this goes along. And Matt Rule is yelling like crazy to the reps, saying that Colorado's attacking below the waist. 2nd and 3. Handoff Johnson running off left tackle. And Johnson is going to be short of the first down by a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 1. This running game of Nebraska is keeping Colorado off the field. There's a sign that says, "So this is Husker football my dad is always talking about." Yeah, this is Tom Osborne type football, and Matt Rule is executing it to the T. Banks comes in the game now. 3rd and 1. 13 minutes. Nebraska has had the ball. Dowdell to the right of Raiola. He'll get it over the top. And did he get it? No, it doesn't look like he did. And it's 4th down. You know what I'd do? I would keep the ball. I'd keep the heck with this. You have Colorado down 14-0. Well, they gave them the first down. They gave them the first down. And they keep the ball. Does Nebraska? Coach Sanders looking for a penalty, not going to get it. Bullricker, the tight end, off to the right. Receivers right and left. And the fake to Dowdell, Raiola, a deep one, wide open, and caught. Down to the 2-yard line, 1st and goal, Nebraska. The catch was made by Jalen Lloyd. 36-yard connection, 1st and goal, Cornhuskers. And I mean, Raiola threw that with everything he had in him. And on 1st and goal, it's Dowdell. He is in. Touchdown, Nebraska. And the fireworks go off at Memorial Stadium. They are making this look too easy. 9 plays, 86 yards, and 446, and Colorado has absolutely no answers for this running game of the Cornhuskers. And they're getting eaten alive. They're getting eaten alive. The two problems that everyone expected Colorado to solve, being the offensive and defensive lines, have gotten worse. They have gotten worse. The extra point on the way is good, but we have a flag. He did, Irie. He threw that across his body for a 36-yard connection. It's against Colorado. They'll decline the penalty. The point after touchdown is good. And look at this. Nebraska 21, Colorado nothing. If you were playing You're the Coach, the ultimate football board game, would you have a situation where you can come back from this, or could you get the right rolls where you'll be ahead in this situation? Go to you'rethecoach.football, sign up to get the ultimate football board game, or if you want to hear, you can purchase a series of plays, a half of plays, or you can purchase a franchise. Tell you more about it at halftime. You want to sponsor the broadcast? All you got to do is drop a comment down below or reach out to the number 317-762-8567. That's 317-762-8567. This is crazy. Well, actually, you know what? This isn't crazy. This is kind of what I expected. This is what I absolutely expected. I will be doing a post-game show after the game tonight. And I want y'all to come over and have your say, and we'll do a chat depending on how much time we have to spare. Tomorrow I will have, well, why don't I just show you? Tomorrow I will kick off my NFL coverage for the 3rd year doing live play-by-play and reactions, as I'll have the Houston Texans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. 12:30 is your pregame. 1:10 is your kickoff time. We'll have it right here on the YouTube channel. I better take a drink. Sugar-free fruit punch. I love it. I love it. What do you got? What is you guys' go-to fall food? I posted that. I didn't get an answer yet. Now they're showing video from 1994, the first tunnel walk. And they're honoring all the Cornhuskers from that 1994 national championship team. Besides the O-line, G. Darius, what else do you think is the problem? We'll answer that as we go along. The approach and the kick, high and deep, and taken by Horn at the 7, ahead to the 10, 15, 20, and he is belted down at the 25-yard line. And Shedeur Sanders remains in. And that defensive line is getting a talking to. First 5 possessions for Colorado. They have punted 3 times. They surrendered the ball on downs and a pick 6. Not how you want your first half to go if you're the Buffaloes. And they were such high profile when Deion Sanders was hired. But honestly, even with the use of this transfer portal, he hasn't gotten the basics done, i.e., the lines. On first down, the handoff to Offerdahl running straight ahead, and that's their longest gain of the night. Out to the 31-yard line on a gain of 6. I am not joking when I say that looks like their longest gain of the night. Second down and 4 from the 31. And the snap to Sanders. He looks, winds up, and throws over the middle. That pass is caught by Travis Hunter, and Travis Hunter is belted down to the Nebraska 40-yard line. That's a huge play for the Buffaloes as they get into Nebraska territory. They have 83 yards passing right now and a first down for the Buffaloes, their third of the night. Now, can they take advantage? From the 41-yard line, the snap to Sanders. He looks to throw, winds up, and throws far side, too high for Travis Hunter. And it'll be second down and 10 from that point. Here's a question, and I know I'm asking a lot of these, but here's a question. If Colorado loses tonight, does it ruin their chances, A, of the Big 12 title, and B, to get in the playoff? Since there are 12 teams now. Think on that one for a moment, and I'll give you my thoughts at halftime. Charlie Offerdahl has 2 carries for 4 yards. Snap to Sanders, back to throw, and a flag. And they were going to get to him again. False start, Colorado. Sanders is 9 for 15 for 98 yards. Mike McCabe says false start against Colorado. So they'll lose 5 yards again. Four sacks tonight against that Colorado offensive line. They allowed 56 last year. 56. They have to score here to stay in the game. And I mean that, stay in the game. Second down and 15, 46-yard line. Sanders back in shotgun formation. Fakes the clap, now takes the belt high snap, steps up and throws. It is caught by Shepard. And Shepard has a first down. So now we're starting to see what Colorado can do when they execute on offense. 22 yards and a first down. Now from the 28-yard line in Nebraska territory, Sanders back in shotgun, takes the belt high snap, steps, throws. It's caught by Hunter, and Hunter gets inside the 20 down to the 15-yard line. Can this be the first score of the game for the Colorado Buffaloes? On a tunnel screen to Travis Hunter, he picks up 10. He did. He picked up all 10. And a first down for the Buffaloes. Last week he caught 7 for 132 yards, did Travis Hunter. Snap to Sanders. He winds up and throws. Caught by Hunter again. Inside the 15 and tackled by the shoestrings down to the 13. We have 4:12 remaining in the first half. Nebraska 21, Colorado nothing. I said that score right. Nebraska 21, Colorado nothing. All kinds of scores and updates headed your way at halftime. And Travis Hunter seems hurt. We'll keep you updated on that. Sanders back in shotgun formation. Takes the belt high shotgun snap and looks to throw. Escapes to his right. He looks and he throws, and it's incomplete, intended for Jimmy Horn. And that, oddly enough, is Jimmy Horn's first target tonight. Hunter is back on the field, so that's good to see. It looked like he was limping a moment ago, but he wasn't. All right, I'm trying to increase my audience, and I don't know what to do. Maybe I shouldn't be worrying about the numbers after all. And we have time called by Nebraska. Timeout called by Nebraska. 3:41 left in the first half. Your score: Nebraska 21 and Colorado nothing. We're back after this. $21-0. Nebraska leads Colorado. Hunters caught 4 passes for 52 yards. He caught 7 last week for 136 yards and 3 scores. 3rd down and 6 coming up for the Buffaloes. Boy, if they can convert here, let's see. Sanders out of the shotgun formation with the ball on the right hash. The snap to Sanders, looking, stepping up into the pocket, got hit, end zone, incomplete, looking for Travis Hunter, and no flag. So Colorado is not happy with that latest possession, and it's 4th down, and they'll have to settle for a field goal. And Sanders is getting no time in the pocket. Sanders is getting no time in the pocket. Absolutely no time. And Hunter's not pleased. So this is a 30-yard field goal attempt, right hash, angle to the left. It's on the way, and it's no good. Wow. So not only does Colorado not get a flag in the end zone, as Travis Hunter protested, they don't even get 3 points. And it actually was blocked at the line of scrimmage. Unreal. So each team has missed a field goal tonight. How do you explain this? I'll try to explain it at halftime with all the halftime stats as the Nebraska Cornhuskers lead Colorado 21-0. And it looked like Colorado was going to get some form of points. Didn't happen. And that's unreal. That is absolutely unreal. We'll have all the halftime stats for you, including all of the, what am I doing? Including all of the scores from the games that are going on tonight. Are you guys, it was a chip shot too. Yes, it was. Are you guys surprised at this first half for Colorado? I am not. But I thought at least they'd be able to get 3 out of this. They got nothing. They got absolutely nothing. To a lot of people, me included, this is crazy. I knew that that Nebraska was going to give Colorado fits tonight. I just knew it. But it's 21-0. And Colorado, except for that last drive, is showing no signs of life whatsoever. None. They're showing no signs of life. which is crazy. Speaking of scores, let's take a look at a few, shall we? Beg your pardon. They have just started the third quarter in Champaign, and Illinois leads 19th ranked Kansas 13-10. I expect that to change. Second ranked Ohio State leads Western Michigan 28-0 in the second quarter. They're in the second quarter in Raleigh, and Tennessee leads North Carolina State 10-3. LSU leads Nicholls State 23-14. They're late in the second quarter. Oklahoma beating Houston 14-3. They're in the second quarter. And Clemson needed a get-right game, and they're having it against Appalachian State, leading that game 35-0 at the end of one. So let's see what Nebraska does. Raiola to throw, a sidearm pass. It is caught out to the 25 to the 26-yard line. That kick was awful. The exchange was awful, as they just showed a replay of it, and no chance to be good. And it got blocked. Anyway. Second and 5, 3 minutes for the half, 21-0. Nebraska leads. Raiola, for the first time tonight, is under center, and he looks to throw, and they're waiting for him. They tried a fake, it didn't work, and Raiola is brought down for a loss. So now it's third down on the. That fake was to Ramir Johnson. 3rd and 6, loss of 1. As Raiola will step back into the shotgun. 7 on the play clock. Raiola waits. He takes the belt high shotgun snap. They bring pressure, and that pass is incomplete. So after all that, Nebraska goes 3 and out. Snowman Craig applied pressure that time off the edge. And they go 3 and out, and they'll have to give the ball back to Colorado. So each team has missed a field goal. And for the second time tonight, Nebraska will punt. Wester back deep to receive for the Buffaloes. The approach and the kick, and it is high. And fair catch is made at the 29-yard line. With 2:02 left in the first half. What's a flanker? Another term for wide receiver in my book. As play-by-play with JJ has joined us now. What's a flanker? It's different terms I've used for wide receiver. Flanker and split end. Nebraska's held the ball for 16 minutes. Why don't teams run the I formation anymore? Well, it's simple. They're afraid to. They want to keep up with the Joneses. DJ Dell says Colorado is being challenged. No, Colorado is being mauled. Let's call a spade, shall we? Colorado is not being challenged. They're being mauled. Snap to Sanders. Winds up and throws short. It's caught by Travis Hunter out to the 33-yard line. Gain of 4, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll tell you all about the ultimate football board game. 1:59 for the half. Nebraska 21, Colorado nothing. 2 minutes left in the first half. It is 21-0 in favor of the Nebraska Cornhuskers, as that pass to the sideline is incomplete, as we're quickly back to play with 1:51 left in the first half, and we get a flag. Mike McCabe comes towards us and says holding against Colorado. Oops. Zelinska is the offensive lineman, the center, to be exact, was the guilty party. So 2nd and 6 now becomes 2nd down and 16. Nebraska has only been penalized twice. Colorado's been penalized 5 times for 50 yards. Sanders will throw. Short pass caught by Hunter, and Hunter is only going to get a couple. And Gabayer with the stop, and Nebraska is playing with so much confidence right now. And I mean that. They're playing with a lot of confidence. Like they may get the ball back and try to get more points before the half is out. 1:44 left in the half, and Nebraska does indeed spend their final timeout. All that stuff about Louis Lucas seems to be up to BS now. You think? And to DJ Dell, let me say it again. I'm going to look into this camera and I'm going to say it again. Even with Pat Shermer being the offensive coach, one of the offensive coaches, Colorado is not being challenged. They're getting mauled. And if they don't fix that offensive or defensive line, they're going to get mauled all season long, just like they did last year. Is a bootleg a high kick? No. It's what you drink a beer out of. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. Bootleg is a roll out to the right or left, whichever way your quarterback throws or wants to throw. 3rd down and 14. This is the last stand. I'm going to go ahead and call this now. This is the last stand for Colorado in the first half. Because if they don't convert here, we got serious trouble. Colorado has serious trouble if they don't convert here on 3rd down and 14. Sanders alone in shotgun. 3 receivers right, 2 left. Snap to Sanders. In trouble again. And he is run over at the 8-yard line for the 5th time tonight. Shedeur Sanders has been sacked. Prince Will Umanamalin with the sack, and we have a late flag. And it's offside against Nebraska, so wipe it out. So Colorado gets a break. Nebraska players looking at the board. Matt Rule is going ballistic, saying, how are they offside? I'm looking right here at the replay. He leaned over, but he didn't move. That is a bad call. That is a bad call. So now they get the benefit of the doubt, and it's 3rd and 9. If I were Nebraska, I'd send the house again. You haven't beat us before. You ain't going to beat us now. 3rd and 9. Sanders out of shotgun. Takes the belt high snap. Back to throw. And here they come. And Sanders is in trouble and has to throw it away. And that just might. Oh, it's caught by Offerdahl. Oh, it's incomplete. Offerdahl was in the area. And they'll have to give up the football again. And if I were Nebraska, I would keep doing this all night. Just keep sending the house after them, because Colorado has yet to solve the blitz. They have yet to solve when Colorado brings everybody. Robinson on the pressure that time. And for the 4th time tonight, the Buffaloes will punt it away. High angling kick, and it is fair caught at the 30-yard line. And that is where Nebraska will start. Well, We've had a crazy week 2 here in college football. And as I predicted, Notre Dame went down to Northern Illinois. And I knew they would. Notre Dame is not all that and never will be all that. Raiola will throw. He drops the screen, and it's a gain of 5. It was Ramir Johnson on the reception. 6-yard gain, second down and 4. Raiola back to throw again. Over the middle. This is too easy. Caught and banged down inside Nebraska territory, and they're going to get 15 more tacked onto it. Catch was made by Isaiah Nair, and the guilty party of the flag will be Trevor Woods. And it may be another review for targeting. Yes, indeed. They're going to review it. And I think Trevor Woods' night is done. I am looking at the replay right now. For those of you that are watching and listening to my voice. Thank you, first of all. Second of all, I'm looking at this. I think Trevor Woods, the inside linebacker, is finito for the night. Naylor made the catch, and Woods absolutely led with the crown of his helmet. So that's going to cost him. Undisciplined. I said it last year. Say it again. Colorado is undisciplined. Undisciplined. No players shall target and make forcible contact against an opponent with the crown of their helmet. And that's exactly what Trevor Woods did. Let's see what they say. Targeting is confirmed. And Trevor Woods is done. So now you give another. They get the first down. They get another 15, and it's 1st and 10 for Nebraska in Colorado territory. Here they come. Raiola to throw to the sideline and incomplete. A flag will come down for pass interference. Here's the discipline again. The discipline problems that have plagued Nebraska, that have plagued Colorado. Jamal Banks was the intended receiver, are plaguing Colorado again. Shedeur Sanders has been sacked 5 times. He just got held by McKinney, and that's indeed pass interference. Whoa, you got a hold, you got pass interference, you got a face mask. Take your pick. First and 10 for Nebraska from inside the red zone. Raiola and throws, and it is caught. Oh, my heavens. It's caught. Touchdown, Nebraska. And this game is in the book. This game's over. Ramir Johnson on the juggle and the reception takes it home from 18 yards out. That should have been a pick. Travis Hunter couldn't hold on to the ball. Ramir Johnson did and gallops in for the touchdown. Wow. What a play. Here's the extra point. It is good, and it is 28-0. You heard me. 28-0. And Raiola threw that ball sidearm, and it was Bennett, I should say, that had lead on it. He had that pick 3 times, but Ramir Johnson able to gather it in and gallop into the end zone. And Dylan Raiola and the Nebraska Cornhuskers are having the time of their lives. They're up 28-0. This is crazy. Good night indeed. Does intention take any part in that determination? Yes, it does, Victor. Yes, it does. If the referees determine that that the defensive player led with the crown of his helmet, is not only a 15-yard penalty, but is also an automatic ejection. I'm going to bet on Colorado to come back. That would be a bad bet. Here's the approach and the kick with 40 seconds left. They put it on the ground, and it's covered up by Colorado. There is no kind of life. There is no kind of life. This is some Chinese swap meet Louis Snowman. I called this. Well, at least for the first half, Colorado's made a fool of themselves. Undisciplined, 3 consecutive defensive penalties on that last drive. And they're down here 28-0. Which is why I asked the question earlier, when do you pull the trigger on Shedeur Sanders? Who's back to throw, winds up and throws. It's caught by Hunter. He'll get out of bounds outside the 40. Even I can't believe this. And I kind of knew the game would go this way. I knew the game would go this way. And right now, Colorado is getting demoralized. Colorado is getting smashed. Every snap to Sanders, stepping up into the pocket. He'll take off, escapes the jersey pull, but doesn't escape the linebacker Hill. 20 seconds left in the first half, and I think Coach Sanders is going to let the clock run out and have them go to the half. I would. There is nothing. Oh, he's going to spend a timeout. Well, 11 seconds left in the first half. Now, with all this going on, I got to come to you guys with this question. Was this the correct hire? Well, we know why Deion Sanders was brought in. Eyes and money. I know that. And I realized that, and that was the thing that Colorado wanted and needed so desperately. I understand that. But it's going to have to get back to football sometime, some way. You won last week, but you nearly suffered a Hail Mary. Now you're getting mauled at Nebraska. Which makes you go, now what? 15 seconds left in the first half. Let's see what Colorado can do, if anything. And remember, Nebraska is going to get the ball to start the second half. 2nd down and 7, 15 seconds left in the first half. Ball at the 44-yard line, and Sanders rolls to throw. He fires, and it is incomplete. With 9 seconds left in the first half. Wester, the intended receiver. Nine seconds left in the first half. Last play of the half for Colorado. Completion or not. Snap to Sanders. He looks. He fires to the sideline. It is caught by Jimmy Horn. 3-2. Horn pushed out of bounds. Wester got pushed on, I should say. And with 2 seconds left in the first half, They'll get another try. They'll get another set of downs. That missed field goal by Mata opened the floodgates because that was a chance for Colorado to get some points. They did not. That field goal was blocked. And 2 of the next 3 possessions, all Nebraska. And I knew this was going to happen football-wise to Colorado. I knew this was going to happen because in the prime era, another timeout spent by Colorado, by the way, in the Coach Prime era, every game that was a primetime game, except for Colorado State last year, they laid an egg. They laid a big fat egg. I nearly said something else. They're going to bring Jace Feely on. And this will be, what, a 60-yard field goal? 61. Jace Feely is the long-distance kicker. And you had to figure they got to get some points to end the first half. This is from 61. Nebraska will get the ball to start the second half. It's backing down, and it's not even close. It is not even close. Wow, what a half. And remember, Nebraska gets the ball to start the second half. Oh, my. Well, Colorado has some questions to answer. You better not bet it, not after that kick, because Nebraska has some questions to answer. Very vindicated. It's not, yeah, they're going to feel vindicated. I'm afraid for him. I'm afraid for him that he hasn't solved the football puzzle. Has he solved the financial puzzle for Colorado? Yes, he has. Has he solved the enrollment puzzle for Colorado? Yes, he has. But solve the football puzzle. He has not solved the football puzzle. And that could ultimately cost him. I got a couple things to do. We'll take a break. When we come back, I'll break all this down and tell you what's coming next. Tell you what's coming tomorrow here on the channel. Be right back. I went and had a visit with my wife, and I just had some time, just had a few minutes with her because as soon as I sign off, I'm going right I'm going right to bed. Wish Deion stayed at Jackson State, wouldn't have to witness games like this. Well, there's two problems with that. One, they were robbing him blind, and two, they were robbing him worse. Here we go with the third quarter as Jace Feely puts it in play. And it's taken by the short man across the 20. And he's wrestled down at the 23-yard line. If they score, I'm going to take Colorado once that money line opens back up. Opens back up. Yeah, I said it right. Problem, JJ. That money line is shut tight. That money line is shut tight. Showing some embarrassment. His team is embarrassing him. I think I'm going to talk to the fans for the bulk of this third quarter. Because I got the feeling Nebraska's going to score within their first two possessions. And on first down, they hand off to Dowdell, and he gets rocked at the line of scrimmage and goes no further. It is 28-0 in favor of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. I got a money line, JJ, that you can chase. How soon will the Phillies clinch the National League Eastern Division title? There's a money line you can chase. Gain of a yard, second down and 9. Raiola in the shotgun, takes a snap, and he's going to wind up and throw a fade to the far side. It's incomplete. And it'll be third down and 9. Green was on the coverage for Colorado. So it's third and 9, 14-16 remaining in the third quarter. And let's see what Nebraska can do here. Can they convert again? Raiola out of the shotgun, takes the belt high shotgun snap on the right hash. He looks to throw. They send pressure. Raiola escapes and throws. It is caught, but out of bounds, a couple yards shy of the first down. And it'll be fourth down and 2. And Nebraska, for only the second time tonight, will have to punt it away. Dagnabbit. Wester is back deep to receive for Colorado. Play-by-play with JJ says that's easy. Okay, how easy? How easy of a bet will it be? And no rugby style punt this time. There hasn't been one all night. It's taken by Wester at the 26, ahead to the 30, breaks a tackle to the 35, and gets run down at the 40-yard line. And that is where Colorado, I beg your pardon, will set up shop for the first time here in the second half. So how bad do y'all think it's going to get tonight? Terrence Knighton is the defensive line coach for Nebraska, and he has done a masterful job in the first half. Now, can they finish the game? 4 sacks tonight for Nebraska. Colorado has none. Sanders out of the shotgun, and he takes the snap, and he throws, and it is caught. Is that Wester? Yes, it is. That's a first down for Colorado. And that is only their 5th first down their 6th first down of the night. I beg your pardon. And that is how you open the second half. In dire need, their 7th first down, I beg your pardon. 7 first downs tonight for Colorado, and we're in the third quarter. Sanders takes the belt high shotgun snap with pressure coming and throws, and it's incomplete. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. Coming up from that point. And they got in Sanders' face again. And that could have been a hold against Colorado as Hutmacher was coming after Sanders. 2nd and 10. Colorado moving left to right here in the third quarter. 12:45 left in the third quarter. Snap to Sanders. He looks to throw. He winds up and throws. It's caught by Travis Hunter. And it'll be 3rd down and 1 at the Nebraska 36-yard line. They need to make the 35. And I think this is the time if you're Colorado, this is the time you have to look for Will the Thrill Shepherd. You got to get one to him. He hasn't caught a pass all night, or 2 passes all night. On 3rd and 1, look for Shepherd. Sanders will throw. Deep sideline for Shepherd. He's got it. And it is 1st and goal at the 6-yard line on a gain of 30. It was about time they targeted and looked for Will Shepherd. And Shepherd was able to make the catch. Down at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal, Colorado. Will this lead to points? I have vocab questions. Hit me with them, JJ. From the 6-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Sanders throws. It is caught by Wester, and he is blasted for a loss. It's a loss of 4. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 10. And I'm just getting this story right now from a friend of mine. Apparently, and I need someone to confirm this, that Angel Reese's rookie season is over due to a wrist injury. I'll provide details as we go. 2nd and goal from the 10. 11 minutes and counting for the third quarter. Sanders back in shotgun formation, takes the bound high shotgun snap. He throws. It is tipped, and it is incomplete. And it is now 3rd and goal from the 10. If they don't come up with points, or if they don't end with points on this trip, third and goal from the 10. Snap to Sanders. He looks. Pressure coming. He escapes. Looking. Rolling to his left. And throws. And it is incomplete and nearly picked off. It has not gone well for Shedeur Sanders all night. It is 4th and goal, and they'll settle for another field goal attempt. They're 0 for 2 in field goals tonight. This is a 28-yard field goal attempt on the right hash, angle to the left. Snap is back and down, and the kick is good. And Colorado has some points. 10:38 left in the third quarter. It's Nebraska 28 and Colorado 3. All right. Angel Reese's, this is according to ESPN, Angel Reese's rookie season has come to an end. The Chicago Sky Star posted on social media on Saturday that she has suffered a season-ending injury. Ouch. Reese was listed as questionable with a wrist injury on the Sky's latest injury report heading into their contest Sunday against the Dallas Wings. Reese posted on Instagram, quote, "What a year. I never would have imagined the last bucket of my rookie season would be a 3, but maybe that was God saying, give them a taste of what they will be seeing more in year 2, LOL. I'm filled with emotions right now that I have a season-ending injury, but also filled with so much gratitude for what is next. Although this is God's timing and not mine, I am finally able to give myself a physical and mental break. Close quote. Well, she had a fabulous rookie season. I hate to see it end with an injury. I hate to see anybody's season end with an injury. But again, that is the latest that I just got from my buddy Jay Spivey, who sent me the article courtesy of ESPN. Angel Reese's rookie season is done, and it's unfortunate that it has come down to a wrist injury that ended her season. And I wanted to see how many more double doubles she could get before the tail end of the year. Now she has a chance to rest. She has a chance to regather herself, and she gets a chance to really work on her game, which is what I have been calling for her to do. Just stay out of the spotlight and work on your game. You got all winter now to do so. You can give yourself a break. You can give yourself a chance to rest. And you can come back stronger than ever, which is what I think she will do with her game being stronger as well as more complete. And tomorrow, our football coverage will continue as we will have the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts with a pregame show at 12:30 and kickoff set for 1:10. And both of those are Eastern time. And Colorado will kick off for the first time in the second half. And here's Feely's kick, or for the second time in the second half, I beg your pardon. And it was fumbled, but covered up by the backup tight end. And Raiola will take over with 10:37 left in the third. Once again, I figure one score by Nebraska, and it'll be history. Raiola is 15 of 19 for 131 yards and a touchdown. That touchdown pass was to Ramir Johnson off a deflection. So let's see what they do here. Donovan Raiola, Dylan's dad, is the offensive line coach. And on first down, they'll hand it off to the running back who escapes, and he'll pick up 11, deliver a shoulder block, and a first down for Nebraska. That's Dowdell who was on the carry. Gain of 13 and another Nebraska first down. So 1st and 10 for Nebraska from the 31. And the handoff to Dowdell again, and this time he'll only pick up a couple. Gain of 2, second down and 8. And Dowdell, I get the bulk of the carries for the remainder of the game. Now let's see what they do here on second down and 8. Dowdell in the backfield this time. They fake it to him. Raiola to throw, and he drops the short pass to Barney, and Barney is whacked as he heads out of bounds. It'll be a loss, and it's third down coming up for Colorado. 9:26 and counting remaining in the third quarter. Third down and 8. 9:10 left in the third period. Let's see if Colorado can get another stop and turn it into points. Raiola in shotgun formation with the ball on the right hash. He takes the belt high shotgun snap amidst pressure and throws, and it's incomplete. And Colorado gets 2 consecutive stops. It's fourth down. Jamal Banks, the intended receiver. 6 plays, 2 punts coming up for Nebraska. A go route, JJ, is just that, a go route. You tell the receiver to go and you try to hit him. And that was a great play by Travis Hunter. The read option is when a quarterback has a running back with them and you read whether the defensive line is going to crash or not. If the defensive line crashes, you pull the ball. The quarterback will pull the ball and keep it. Here's the punt, and it's a deep one. It'll be taken at the 14-yard line and hit immediately and down. And Nebraska is just mauling Colorado. Is that a fake handoff and a run from the quarterback? In a way, it is, JJ, because he'll put it in the. That's why it's a read option. Do you have the option? The quarterback has the option to either let the running back keep it or pull it and run it himself. That's why it's called a read, because the quarterback has to read what the defense is doing, what the defensive lineman is doing. And in essence, it is a fake handoff and a run from the quarterback. But most of the time on a read option, they're going the same way with the running back in front of him. Anyway, let's do a Q&A while we're here. Anybody got any more questions about any and everything? Any and everything is on the table. So put your questions in the chat and I'll try to answer them to the best of my knowledge and to the best of my ability. But yeah, I just spent the time. St. Louis beat Seattle in a baseball update 2-0. Uh-oh. Which means another magic number down for the Houston Astros. Let's do a scoreboard update, shall we? Yeah, let's do a scoreboard update. Tennessee is demolishing North Carolina State 27-3. They're in the third quarter. LSU is beating Nichols in the Battle of Louisiana 37-21. Oklahoma leads by a deuce over Houston 14-12. And Appalachian State is getting crushed 56-13. Illinois leads Kansas 20-17. They have 7.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter of that game. We'll keep an eye on that because that has playoff contentions. Illinois will play Central Michigan next, and Kansas will play Nevada, Las Vegas. Boise State and Oregon coming up in a few minutes. Dante Dowdell has 20 carries for 64 yards and 2 touchdowns. The other touchdown was a pick six. And on first down, here's the handoff. It is to Dallin Hayden, I beg your pardon. Got another update in terms of Monday Night Football. Hassan Reddick, who was traded to the Jets, is expected not to play on Monday night. 2nd and 4 after a gain of 6. Colorado moving left to right as we see it. And Sanders swings the ball out to the left to Hayden, and Hayden has a first down outside the 30, outside the 40, out to the 42-yard line. 18-yard gain and a first down for the Colorado Buffaloes. As Shedeur Sanders at the present time is 18 of 31 for 199 yards, 21-yard gain on that last pass play. Now let's see if Shedeur Sanders will get involved in this game. As we have a limping Cornhusker running off the field, it is Elijah Judy, the defensive lineman. Dallin Hayden had 663 yards rushing in his 2 years at Ohio State. And then he transferred to Colorado. 7:53 left in the third quarter. It is Nebraska 28 and Colorado 3. And Colorado got their 3 points here in the third quarter. Now the clock starts to run as Sanders directs traffic and directs the offense. From the 41-yard line, it is 1st and 10 for Colorado. They move left to right with the ball on the left hash. Moving right. Sanders back. Looking. Steps up into the pocket and is brought down. Cameron Lenhart was the fellow who brought down Sanders, and that is their 5th sack of the night. 5 sacks tonight. You heard what I said. 5 of them. 6-yard loss. 2nd down and 16. Out of the shotgun formation is Sanders. 3 receivers to the right, lone slot, 3 left, lone slot right. The completion is out to Hayden, and Hayden gets out to the 40-yard line. Gain of 5. It leaves 3rd and 11. What did my wife send me? My wife sent me something crazy. I know she did. I love when Jody sends me stuff. I love when Jody sends me stuff. 3rd down and 10. 6.5 left in the third quarter. Shedeur Sanders is having a hard time calling plays in this offense. I beg your pardon. They look very discombobulated, does Colorado. On 3rd and 10, Sanders to throw. Pressure comes. Here they come again. Sanders winds up and throws, and it is incomplete. Jimmy Horn, the intended receiver, Jimmy Horn Jr., and it is now 4th and 10. And that's how you beat Colorado. You pressure the daylights out of them. So Colorado goes 3 and it essentially goes 4 and out. Shocker about Hassan. No, I'm not. It's not a shocker. And I see the laughing emoji from JJ. 6:10 left in the third. It has been all Nebraska from minute 1. Bassett will punt for the 5th time tonight. And they're going to take a look at this. There's the catch. He was out of bounds. Take a look at his feed. Does he secure it while his foot is down? Maybe. That might be a catch. And that's what they're looking at, because when Jimmy Horn's left foot was down, that's when he secured the ball. He has it, and his foot was down. That's a catch. That is absolutely a catch. That's the question. This is an official review. The call on the field was incomplete pass. And from the looks of it, they're going to keep the ball. That's a catch. First, no, call stands. My mistake. Call stands. Because by the time he secured it, he was well out of bounds. When he caught it, his foot was there, but he hadn't secured it. So Bassett on to punt once again for Colorado. Here's the punt, and it's left to right, and it will be gathered in by Barney at the 10, and he's ushered out of bounds across the 20-yard line. And we have a flag on top of it with 6 minutes left in the third. Now, I want you to listen for this name, Dylan Raiola. Raiola. Everybody's talking about the quarterback from Tennessee being a Heisman Trophy candidate. Don't think so. An illegal block on the back called against Nebraska. And it's first down for the Cornhuskers. This has been a rather long night for Colorado. As bad as this game has been, it can't possibly get any worse. Don't you dare say that out loud again. I'm going to take a breather. 6.5 for the third. 28-3 Nebraska. Oh! Ho, 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 ho. So my wife is a nut, and I love her dearly. She sent me something. Oh boy, Victor, you ain't gonna like me for this one, but this is one that Jody sent me just a moment ago. It reads, well, actually, it's a video with the content that reads, "What do Dallas Cowboy fans do when they win the Super Bowl? Give up? They turn off their PlayStation." So I've been laughing for the past minute. What's the wife telling me? A lot. Like I said, Jody sent me this video that says, "What do Cowboy fans do when they win the Super Bowl? They turn off their PlayStation." Yikes. Even my wife gets in on the fun of making fun of Cowboy fans. Yow. Yow. Again, yow. And that's my wife sending me that. That's my wife sending me that. Obviously, she knows the rule. Speaking of rule, Matt Rule is directing Nebraska to this lead. They have the ball with 6 minutes left in the third. Raiola takes the belt high shotgun snap and hands it to Dowdell, and he gets out to the 10. He'll pick up 2 to be 2nd and 8 from that point. $5:40 left in the third quarter. Dowdell, 13 carries and 65 yards on the night. And you want to take a chance and purchase the Ultimate Football board game? The Cash App's right there in front of you, $ Michael Ray Jr. You can also get involved by buying a franchise, something that is being introduced, I should say, for only $500. Tell you more about that as we go along. The pass is complete to Johnson. First down and more. Outside the 20. He is shoved out of bounds. We're going to do it for Uncle Jerry. I already stop it. Until the Cowboys get a quarterback, you ain't winning the Super Bowl. Period. Until the Cowboys, and I said it and I'll say it again, until the Cowboys get an actual quarterback, they're not winning. End of story. Another first down for Nebraska. Ramir Johnson, 6 receptions for 48 yards and a touchdown. And on first down, they hand it off to Ramir Johnson. He gets across the 25 to the 27-yard line. No one was supposed to hear that. I'm sorry. Gain of 6, second down and 4. This might put Deion's ego in check. If it's not in check already, if it wasn't in check, if it was not in check last year, 2nd and 4, the handoff to Johnson. He bulls his way forward, and he's still going, and he just may have picked up the first down. We trust Dak. Well, I'm sorry for you. I'm not one to mince words. We trust Dak. Okay, I have a better comment, and it's in the form of a question. Why? Why do you trust Dak Prescott when all he does is get you regular season wins? He can't do anything in the playoffs. 8 years at the helm should tell you that. 1st and 10 for Nebraska at the 32-yard line. They send pressure. The handoff is to Ramir Johnson. He is spun down and dropped for a loss. And this time, Colorado guessing smart. Selman Craig with the stop for Colorado to be 2nd down and about 11. And Travis Hunter looks worn out. So here's the question I have about Travis Hunter. When he does get drafted into the NFL, is he going to play receiver? Is he going to play offense? Or is he going to play defense? What do you guys think? Make your comments below. On 2nd down, Raiola to throw. Lobs it over the middle. It is caught by Barney. Barney to the outside. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and dragged out of bounds. And another Nebraska first down. Man, Dak Prescott, and this is coming back. It's a hold against Nebraska, I think. The line is better this year, Snowman. No, it's not. Holding called against Nebraska, and they'll repeat 2nd down as Bonner is called for the hold. That line has not been good since Tuinei, Newton, Stepnoski, Larry Allen, and Eric Williams. All right, I'm just saying. The line is good in the regular season. Then you got to go to Santa Clara in week 8. And you're going to get mauled. So 2nd and 21 after that. 2:59 left in the 3rd. 28-3 Nebraska. Raiola takes the belt high shotgun snap. Sidearm pass is caught by Johnson. Johnson is escaping. He's out to the 25 and gets dragged down to the 28. Iori says he should play receiver. What do you guys think? Should Travis Hunter play receiver or play defensive back? I think he should play receiver. We have another flag down. And Matt Rule is going, what? Illegal block in the back against Nebraska. And it's Evans who is the guilty party. We have an upset brewing in Champaign, Illinois, as Illinois leads Kansas 20-17 with, let me read this right, 1:55 remaining in the ball game. Something I might do is just fashion a college football show where I can take everybody through the final scores except the late ones. Because if I do the late ones, I'm going to be up all night, and I don't want to be up all night. On 2nd and 24, Raiola to throw. Over the middle, it is caught. And near a first down is the big tight end. So Colorado, after, man, you can't make this up. Nate Borkerker, the big tight end, with the reception. They needed 24, and I believe they got all 24. You can't let Raiola sit in the pocket, wind up, and deliver a strike like that. And Colorado's defensive line has done nothing. What do I say often? What has Colorado's defensive line done? They got 25 and a first down for Nebraska from the 43-yard line. And on the reverse comes Barney. Barney, left side, 45-50, 45-40, and dragged down by Nwankwo, at the Colorado 35-yard line with 1:35 left in the 3rd period. And again, Nebraska's making this look way too easy. As Borkerker set Barney loose. McKinney couldn't get a hold of him, and Nwankwo was finally able to put him down. I'm keeping an eye on this on this Illinois game as well. On first down, Raiola rolls out to his right looking to throw against pressure and throws it away. It'll be 2nd and 10 with 63 seconds left in the third quarter. Back to Champaign, it's Illinois 20 and Kansas 17 with a $1.50 remaining in the ball game. Illinois faces 3rd and 8 on the Kansas 19. They're working on a 13-play drive as of this moment. And so far for Nebraska, this will be the 9th play of this drive with 5 on the play clock. Raiola takes the belt high snap and hands it off to Dowdell, and he is brought down quickly. Inside of a minute to go in the third, and it looks like Illinois will be settling for a field goal attempt. We're keeping our eye on that game as an upset is brewing in Champaign. 35 seconds left here in the third quarter in Lincoln, Nebraska. And it's all Nebraska, 28-3. 14 in the first, 14 in the second. And Raiola has 6 on the play clock, 4, now 3, and timeout. Timeout called by Nebraska as Travis Hunter is on the sideline getting looked at, possibly for a cramp. Possibly for a cramp. $38-7 Gators versus Samford. 2 minutes left. That game's over. There needs to be a Little League World Series mercy rule for this game. No, there shouldn't. No, there shouldn't. You signed up to play 60 minutes, you play 60 minutes. There should not be a mercy rule. Unless it gets like ridiculously, and yes, I said that 3 times, out of hand. (28-3), Nebraska leads Colorado. Beg your pardon. With 24 seconds left in the third quarter, and from what I'm being told, Alabama is struggling with University of South Florida yet again. 3rd and 9, 24 seconds left in the third quarter, and the snap to Raiola. He rolls and he throws. It's caught by Johnson, and he's going to lose yardage. Silman Craig makes the stop, and that will take us to the end of the third quarter. It was 28-0 at halftime. It's 28-3 right now as we head into the money period. 28-3, Nebraska leads. And as I'm told, 4th-ranked Alabama is struggling with the University of South Florida yet again. It is 14-13 Alabama with 12:51 left in the ball game. This is crazy. Illinois has tacked on a field goal, and they lead 23-17. We'll keep our eye on that game as well. USF is about to punt as they face 4th and 1 on their own 13-yard line. Jalen Milroe for Alabama is 14 of 24 for 135 yards. See, why does Bama have this kind of game every year? Doesn't matter if Nick Saban was the coach or not. They always have this kind of clunker of a game. They always have this kind of clunker. We're done to read. It's Nebraska 28, Colorado 3. Hey, JJ, about opening the money line again, huh? And when we come back to play, it'll be 4th down and 14 from the Colorado 40-yard. I had to make sure I get a drink. And while we are at a break, Kansas has the ball on their own 32, facing 2nd and 3, with 47 seconds remaining in that ball game. So a lot of stuff hangs in the balance for the Kansas Jayhawks. Dylan Raiola, 21 of 27 for 170 yards and a touchdown. Dowdell has carried the ball 14 times for 67 yards. And Ramon Johnson has caught 8. Ramir Johnson, I beg your pardon, has caught 8 for 49 yards plus a touchdown. Meanwhile, Shadur Sanders has 14 incompletions tonight. He's 19 of 33 for only 205 yards. And I say only because he had well over 400 last week. So where does Colorado go from here? There's a question of the night. Where does Colorado go from here? They have a running back problem, though. Are you talking about Colorado? Because if you are, the answer is yes. 28-3 our score as we are headed to the money period. And we're going to see if Nebraska can put this away. They only have 15 minutes left. There's 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter in Champaign. And the Kansas Jayhawks face 3rd and 8 from their own 44. As we're keeping an eye on that game as well as Alabama and USF. All right, we're headed to the money period, and Tennessee is crowning North Carolina State 37-3. Colorado and the Cowboys. They both have problems. It is 4th down and 14, and Nebraska has elected to keep their. Nope, this is going to be a quick kick. And Raiola gets it away. As soon as he backed up a couple yards, I knew it would be a quick kick, but it goes into the end zone for a touchback. And the first punt of the night for Raiola goes into the end zone for a touchback, and Colorado will take it at the 20-yard line. Now Kansas is at the Illinois 46. They have 1st and 10. And they're down to the last play. Here's a question. Since you're a Cowboy fan, let me ask you this question. Why do you guys trust Dak Prescott so much? Colorado has not gotten a sack tonight. Not one. At least they got to North Dakota State's quarterback twice last week. And Sanders is still out there. I think you need to pull him with the way the game is going. And on the jet sweep, he gives it to Hunter, and Hunter will step out of bounds at the 29. Gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. Bullock made the stop or ushered Travis Hunter out of bounds. 14:35 remaining in the ball game. Nebraska 28, Colorado 3. Nebraska hadn't had to do much in the second half. They have not scored in the second half either. Colorado has, but it was 28-0 at halftime on a miracle catch. So they took the tempo away from Colorado as the handoff is to Offerdahl, and Offerdahl is going to get stopped short of the first down. That'll take us under 14 minutes to play. Keeping our eye on Champaign. Illinois has just spent their final timeout. Yeah, they spent their final timeout against Kansas. And on 3rd down, Sanders trying to sneak, and I don't think he got there. He didn't. It looked like he did not get there. It is 4th down. Wow. Wow. This is just about how this game has gone. for the Colorado Buffaloes. They've already been stopped once. They have already been stopped once. Fourth and inches coming up for the Buffaloes. And they're going to try it again. Offerdahl stands to the right of Sanders. 93,000 plus on their feet. They give it to Offerdahl. They stopped him again! And Bullock, the same guy who stopped Offerdahl in the first quarter, stops him in the fourth quarter. This game's over. Unreal. Unreal. But then the question is now, knowing you have only inches to get, why are you giving the running back the football 5 to 7 yards deep in the backfield? You got inches to get. Shedeur Sanders can just hop over the line and gain a first down. Second time they tried that run with Offerdahl, who's only touched the ball 4 times tonight, and they get stopped again. Boy, this reminds me of Emmitt Smith, 1995, against the Philadelphia Eagles. A minus 17 in terms of rushing yards for Nebraska tonight as that play goes nowhere as Cokes makes the stop for Colorado. Now you give Nebraska all the chance in the world to wear as much clock out as possible. And it's a final, Illinois 23 and 19th ranked Kansas 17. Look, Coach Sanders, it doesn't matter how much you motivate these boys. They got to grow a set and get it in their head and get the confidence that they can beat anybody. And that's only a part of the problem. And on second down, the toss goes left. And the ball carrier that time, let's take a look, was Emmett Johnson. Third and 10 coming up for Nebraska. In Colorado territory, and it would be so apropos, I beg your pardon, if Nebraska were to tack on a field goal on this drive. On third and 10, they send pressure, a sidearm pass is caught, and Hunter makes the stop. The ball came loose as Nayor made the catch. Isaiah Nayor made the catch. It'll be 5 yards short. And looking at this pass from Raiola, he threw that absolutely sidearm. And we have a flag on the play as holding is against Nebraska, against Evans. Third and 20. Now they got another shot with 11:15 left to go in the money period. Nebraska's come a little unglued also, but most of that has happened in the second half with a 28-3 lead. But Colorado has not been able to take advantage. Snap to Raiola. He fires. It is incomplete as the pass was too low. And it's 4th and 20. And Nebraska probably will punt this one away. Jamal Banks, the intended receiver. And nope, Raiola's staying out of the. Nope, here they come. They're bringing the punt unit in. And at this point, you pull Raiola, who just got smacked on that last play. They'll punt it away on 4th and 20. And the punter will hit it at about midfield. And we get a delay a game against Nebraska. And that's a good, that's good. That's good. You want to use as much time as possible. You want to use as much time as possible. You know what the problem with the Dallas Cowboys? Where do you start? Where do you start with the problem with the Dallas Cowboys? You start up in the press box. And I don't mean Brad Sham either. Here's the punt. It gets away, and I think Colorado just gave Nebraska another first down on that block punt. As a flag flew in. The ball was tipped. Yep, it's a first down for Colorado. That's a good call. As the ball was tipped, so that eliminates the running into the kicker. All right, let's take a break. Let's take a break. 10:50 for the ball game. 28-3 Nebraska. All right, it's time to claim your team as we head down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Which team are you watching tomorrow on the full slate of week one in the NFL? Let me know your teams down below. I already know a couple of them already. Dak Prescott is a quarterback who won't get the job done and got overpaid. There's no lie in that sentence. Cowboys problem starts with the owner, GM, and pretty well the head coach. Yep, all those are problems for the Cowboys. So they work out of the pistol, does Colorado, and they hand it off to Hayden, and Hayden has the first down into Nebraska territory. Micah Parsons will not be an Eagle. Micah Parsons will be a Redskin. Washington Redskins, that is. Micah Parsons does not no. He won't resign with the Cowboys. He won't sign with Philadelphia either. On 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line after a gain of 19, Sanders works out of the pistol with 12 on the play clock. Hayden now stands to the left. And the low snap to Sanders. And he winds up and throws. It's incomplete. He was looking for Wester as that snap was too low. And JJ, to your point, to your question earlier about Kyle Schwarber being an MVP candidate, how do I say this? No. 10:04 left, 28-3 Nebraska with the lead. Colorado has been stuck in the mud all night. Oh, Snow, he wants to be here so badly. Don't kid yourself. Sanders to throw. Stepping up. Rolls to his right. Fires, and it's caught. First down at the 20-yard line to Travis Hunter. Big play now for Colorado. And now can they take advantage and stick it in the end zone at least? At least once tonight. Because this offense, as much as they produced last week, only got, let me look at my numbers. They only have a grand total of 234 yards, and all that is through the air. Sanders to throw, rolls out to the right, steps up, takes off, and he gets crunched at the 19-yard line. And a flag flies in late, and Sanders is down. See, this is what I was afraid of. This is exactly what I was afraid of when it comes to Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders. You got to pull Sanders right now with this game being out of hand. And that looks like it's a personal foul against Nebraska. And Sanders is signaling for the training staff to come to him as he got hit on that last play. And that might be targeting against Nebraska. But it's a judgment call, at least in this case, and I'll tell you why. As Sanders went to slide, and they're definitely checking if this is targeting or not. They are definitely checking if this is targeting because he got hit twice. And the answer to that is no. The answer to that is no because the defender led with his forearm and not with his helmet. The helmet hit didn't come until a few seconds afterwards. But they are going to call it targeting against Nebraska. And it's Gabayer who's the guilty party, which is going to trigger a review with 9:14 left. This came after the play. He led with his arm. He didn't lead with his head. But if any part of the head hits the quarterback, they got to play. It's got to be fair because Raiola got crunched in the first half, and it was targeting there. Sanders went to slide. Yeah, he did. Gabayer did lead with the helmet. So I have the feeling this call is going to be confirmed as they look at it right now. We talked about the targeting rule earlier in the ball game. It looked like Gabayer, an indicator must be present. Launch leaving feet to attack, a crouch followed by an upward and forward thrust to attack. Feet may be on the ground. Leading with the helmet, shoulder, forearm, or fist. It is confirmed. We just got the call. It is confirmed. And Gabayer is lost for the remainder of the evening. But with it being 28-3, and Gabayer will go on for the first half of next week. So each team has lost a linebacker due to targeting. And that puts the ball right at the 10-yard line for the Colorado Buffaloes. And can they stick it in the end zone? And on first down, fires out to the right sideline. It's Horn, and he got lassoed at the 5-yard line. Gain of 5, second and goal from the 5 with 9 minutes left. 9 minutes left in the ball game. Horn got lassoed, and Nebraska's goal now is to keep them out of the end zone, and they don't. Touchdown, Colorado. Wester with the reception with 8:45 left. And good sportsmanship by Colorado. They're not celebrating or anything like that. They are shaking hands. Six plays, 58 yards, and a little over 2 minutes for Colorado, and it's now 28-10. But again, you left at least 6 points on the table with missed field goals. You had a chance to score touchdowns and didn't do it. Let's take a break. As we have 8:45 left in the ball game, it's Nebraska 28 and Colorado 10. The next broadcast that we have for you is tomorrow at 12:30 as the Houston Texans get set to take on the Indianapolis Colts. That will come your way tomorrow at 12:30 with the kickoff at 1:10. And all of our football broadcasts this year is sponsored by You're the Coach, the ultimate football board game. Now, what the heck? Okay, I know this one. I know this one. Wait a minute. I know this one. I know this one. I know this one. And I think I got to use another source now for the live score. Ouch. 28-10. Colorado trails Nebraska. They've trailed all night. A pick six made the score 14-0. And it's been all Nebraska. It's been all Nebraska basically since minute one. 8:45 left in the ball game. And here's the approach and the kick, and it's going to be taken at the 5, ahead to the 10, 15 to the 20, and wrestled down outside the 22-yard line. It's been all Nebraska tonight since minute one. They have controlled the ball game with their running as Raiola missed the handoff. and and slid. If you're in Nebraska, you want to chew as much time as you possibly can. A loss of 4 to be second down and 14, because if you give Colorado the ball back and they stick it in the end zone, it's an 11-point game. It's still 2 possessions. But you have to wonder, for Colorado, is it too little too late? Or is Nebraska just gonna put it away right now? They'll hand it off to Dowdell, who has carried the bulk of the load tonight, as we creep under 8 minutes remaining. Chidozie Nwankwo is out. Shiloh Sanders is out, both with forearm injuries. And they had a player ejected. Raiola to throw. And it is caught by Barney. First down and more. Outside the 40. This is going to come back, as Barney will be wrestled down by Travis Hunter. But it still should be a first down for Nebraska with under 7 minutes to play. Nope, it is called on Ramir Johnson. And so it is now 3rd and 24. But he let him go. Are you kidding me? He let him go. Where's the hold? Oh, brother. Some of the calls tonight. 6:55 left in the ball game. 3rd and 12 now for Nebraska. Use as much time as you possibly can, and I'm hoping they convert this 3rd down. They've been in control all night. You don't want to go through what the Indiana Fever went through, which is be in control of a team in the first half and then let them get away. As Raiola will drop to throw against pressure, a deep fade, and it is incomplete. DJ McKinney was on defense, and it is 4th down and 12. And Banks nearly reeled that in. He nearly reeled that in. So it is 4th down coming up for Nebraska. Raiola got driven to the ground. I got to make sure before I go to bed that I put the soup away that my wife fixed. And it's roughing the passer against Colorado, and that'll give Nebraska a new set of downs. So they will indeed pick up the first down, this time via penalty. It's been a long night for the Buffaloes, an absolutely long night. Am I doing the Sunday night NFL game? No, I am not. False start called against Nebraska. They'll back up 5. It'll be 1st and 15. Kenneth Clark asks, am I doing the Sunday night game? No, I am not. If I'm Nebraska, I want JJ to win some money. They already won their money, and they're not winning you any, JJ. I kid as I say that. So it'll be 1st and 15 with 6:26 remaining in the ball game. And the turn in the hand to Ramir Johnson. He is tackled right at the 30-yard line. Gain of 1. It'll be second down and 14 at that point. The yardage total 317 for 34 for Colorado. The difference is 138 rushing yards for Nebraska and none for Colorado. It took them all night for them to get even or to break even in the rushing department. Some final scores: Ohio State defeated Western Michigan 56-0. It was Miami over Florida A&M 56-9. Alabama has blown it open against USF 35-16 now is the score there. On gain of 2, second down and 13, and Nebraska just picked up the 12th penalty of the night. This time it's a delay of game. No, it's not. It's a timeout called by Nebraska. It's a timeout called by Nebraska. Colorado has a total of 0 rushing yards tonight. None. They got it done. Yes, they did. They got it done. And speaking of getting it done, I'm going to get through the remainder of this because I can feel myself hitting the wall when doing this because keeping a consistent schedule and a busy schedule is crazy enough to do. But now that I'm doing it from home, for the most part, at least for this year, now that I'm doing it from home, it's going to be a little crazy to keep up with it all the time, which is fine. I'll be in the Coliseum in a minute, Sick. I told AB to hold a spot for me. Matter of fact, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And I already know I want to make sure that I get a chance to visit with the folks in the Coliseum, which is a favorite stream of mine to visit on Saturday night. Before I call it a night and before I go to bed. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I figured. I might just have to call this one a night early. I'm really starting to feel the wall coming up where I'm going to crash. And I'm going to crash hard, and I know I am. I know I am. Dante Dowdell and Ramir Johnson will be our co-players of the game, our tri-player of the game, along with Dylan Raiola, all from Nebraska. And they are 3 of the reasons, with 5:39 remaining, that it is 28-10. Ramir Johnson and Dante Dowdell have combined for 100 yards of rushing. And it's second down and 13. And this time they'll operate out of the pistol. They're going to run the ball for the remainder of the game. Here's the toss to Ramir Johnson running right. Ramir Johnson has a first down and more. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. Stays in bounds. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. That's a touchdown, but there is, of course, laundry. And this is probably going to come back. Yep, it's a hold against Nebraska. So I said Colorado for most of the night has been undisciplined. In the second half of tonight's game, Nebraska has been certainly undisciplined. It's the site, Kenneth. I got to find a better way to do the scoreboard. I believe I have a way. But I have to be up early to test it tomorrow. I'll test it when I come in studio at noon because I am definitely sleeping in. I am going to make sure I'm going to get some extra sleep tonight. 5:28 left, 28-10. Nebraska leads, 12 penalties for 81 yards. And on the toss, it's Barney, and Barney is ripped down out to the 25-yard line, and more flags fly in. You know what? I think I'm going to call it right here. Let's see what this flag is. Another targeting against McKinney. And you know what, folks? I'm going to call it right here. And Barney was driven right into McKinney. I'm going to call it right here, and I'll reset for tomorrow. And I'll be sure to come on and give you all the final score, the final totals, and everything. But let me say thank you to everyone that has tuned in tonight. This game is getting too crazy with all the penalties, and I know this is football. I know this is football, and that shouldn't be targeting. I'm sorry, that should not be targeting. And they made the correct call. They made the correct call. It's overturned. It is overturned. 5:21 left. And you know something, you're right. I started it. I need to finish it. They did not call targeting on McKinney, which would have given Nebraska a first down. And now the clock runs with 5:15 left. It wouldn't be right of me to leave with still 5 minutes left in this game, even though it has long been decided. It has long been decided it wouldn't be right of me and anyone that's tuned in for me to quit because that's exactly what I would be doing, and I refuse to do that. On third down, the handoff ahead is to Dowdell, and Dowdell will bring up fourth down for Nebraska on a gain of 9. And I'm thinking about it, and I'm glad I'm sticking around. I have to stick around and see this to its finish. It wouldn't be right of me to leave, even though I am like over all of the targeting penalty calls and everything like that. And this game has long been decided. You never know what's going to happen. It wouldn't be fair of me to stop with still time left in the ball game. And timeout called by Nebraska with 4:13 left in the ball game. It's been a horrible night for Shedeur Sanders. Let me ask you all a couple of final questions. What do you think was the one play that got Nebraska going in this ball game? Which play do you think got the Cornhuskers going early? Make your comments down below because they have been in control. Each team has 6 first downs here in the second half, but it was the first half where Nebraska did all their damage. Nebraska 25 plays, Colorado 22 plays, but only 4 yards in average for Nebraska in this half. The snap and the kick is away, and it's taken in by Wester. And Wester is going to get knocked down at the 27-yard line with 4:02 left. The pass across the body, that was in the second quarter. That was in the second quarter, and that set up a touchdown. And we have another flag? Yep, we do. Illegal block in the back against Colorado. And now we do have a quarterback change. The Shador Sanders' night is complete, and it is Ryan Staub, the 6'1", 200-pound freshman, that will finish things up for Colorado tonight with 4:02 left in the ball game. Which prompts this question: should Staub get the call for the rest of the season? Because Shador Sanders, not only is he not doing it, he is risking himself being really, really hurt in a year where a lot of scouts are looking at him. Should Staub get the call for the remainder of the season, or should they bring Shador Sanders back out next week? I'm not sure. I'm not sure because you're going to get this up and down kind of play from Shador Sanders all the time. Up one game where where they nearly surrendered the game, and I'm talking about Colorado's defense. And you're right, Irie. Shador Sanders is not a pro, nor is he ready. He is not ready. I said that last year, and he's not ready. Nor will he be. And I hate saying it that way, but he was good when he was at Jackson State, but the deck was stacked for him. Now the deck is stacked against him, and it's going to rip him apart. It's ripped him apart already. He's gotten a bunch of unearned hype. Yes, he has. Yes, he has. I could not agree more with that, Iori. I could not agree with that more. He got a bunch of hype. He got a bunch of hype, and for what? All the accolades he got at Jackson State. You know how different and how night and day it is between Jackson State and Colorado? This is where you have to develop a quarterback, okay? And Shador Sanders is not developed. And the more he plays, the more he won't develop. He's going to rely on his athletic ability, of which there is a ton. But look at the numbers: 23 of 38, 244 yards. You missed 15 passes on the night. Ryan Staub will take over for Colorado with 4:02 remaining. They'll operate out of the pistol, and the turn in the give is to Dallin Hayden, and Hayden gets knocked down at the 15-yard line. Nebraska's saying that they recovered a fumble, and Hayden is going to limp off. Second down coming up with 3:47 remaining in the game. Second down and 4 after a 6-yard gain for Dallin Hayden. Ryan Staub, 6'1", 200-pound freshman out of Stevenson Ranch, California. Who should be their quarterback? I wish he stayed at JSU for that reason. He got exposed playing at this level of competition. Exactly. Should have stayed at Jackson State. Second and 4. Staub to throw. In trouble. He'll take off and he dives. He'll be a yard short of the first down with 3:30 left. .330 left. 28-10 in favor of Nebraska. It's been Nebraska all night long. And the transfers that Deion Sanders has brought in has not helped. Let me just go ahead and say that. On 3rd and 1 out of the pistol, they give it to the running back running straight ahead, and he's got the first down. And the running back was They got 235s on this ball club. It is Antonio Posadas. I think that was it. I think he was the running back. We're down to 240 left. Clock is running. 3 receivers to the left and a lone slot to the right. Stop to throw. Looking left, firing left. Incomplete. Wester, the intended receiver, to be 2nd and 10. It has not been a good night for Colorado, and I knew they would get exposed against Nebraska. I knew it because Nebraska wants to win. Colorado just wants the hype. Well, they're getting it, and they're getting a lot more. 2nd down and 10. Snap to Staub. Stepping up into the pocket. He'll take off. Stops at 30. Did he get the first down? Looks like he did. We're down to the final 2:20 remaining in the ball game. He did not get the first down. 3rd and 1 from the 30-yard line. And remember, Colorado has been stopped twice in their own territory on 4th down. I doubt they'll go for it here. Stop to throw, and it's incomplete. And it's 4th and 1. Here we go again with 2 minutes left. 2-minute warning. I'm going to call it for what it is. 2-minute warning. It's Colorado trailing Nebraska 28-10. Final timeout after this. Shedeur Sanders is headed for the locker room. His night is over. And rightfully so, because you don't want to risk any further injury. 4th and 1, 2 minutes left. Nebraska 28, Colorado 10. As Raiola's night is done as well. They'll try again. And on 4th and 1, they give it to the tight end. And they finally convert a 4th down on the night. They're taking a look at Matt Rule's college football head coaching record. And of course, he was at Baylor. He took over in 2017 at 1-11, and they snap it to Staub. He looks to throw, And that ball's out. That ball's out. Nebraska says they have it. And the officials agree it's Nebraska football, and that should write an epitaph to this evening. That should indeed write an epitaph to this evening. Mm, mm, mm. It has been that kind of night for the Colorado Buffaloes. It started bad, and it got progressively worse throughout the night. Just as Staub was getting ready to throw, they poked it free, and they were able to come up with it. They're going to keep Raiola in there. Hopefully, there's just a couple of kneel downs, and that will be that. So Nebraska will move to 2-0 on the year, and it is indeed going to be a couple of kneel downs. Oh, excuse me. I beg your pardon for that. Now they're going to give it to the running back racing through. He'll get 4, maybe 5 on that play. And it's Gabe Irvin who was the running back. Gain of 5, second down and 5. And they really don't have to run a play. They'll operate out of the eye as JJ requested they do. And this is Irvin again. He is brought down at the 21-yard line. It's been 7 seasons for Nebraska without a bowl bid. Indiana, Stanford, and Colorado each have gone 3 seasons. Vanderbilt has gone 5 seasons. Everybody up, and this game is over. Boise State and Oregon currently playing right now. 3rd down and 4. They'll snap it. They'll take a knee. And congratulations to the Nebraska Cornhuskers on what was a great game tonight. Getting benched by your dad is crazy. Well, he didn't play well. Did Shadura get benched? Yep. And that is that. Final score, Nebraska 28 and Colorado 10. Nebraska was in control from start to finish. They finished with 334 total yards, 185 in the air, 149 on the ground, 260 for Colorado, 244 in the air, and 16 on the ground. 21 total penalties between the two teams, including 12 for Nebraska. And that'll be that. We are done here. And I want to thank everybody for hanging with me and for Iori for knocking some sense into my head about finishing the game. You're finding one more time. Nebraska 28, Colorado 10. We'll be back with you tomorrow for this game. The Houston Texans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. That will come your way tomorrow. Pregame show is at 12:30, presented by BetUS.com. And we have a 1:10 kickoff. Till then, I want to say thank y'all for hanging with me and joining me. And we'll see you tomorrow for the Colts and the Texans. So long, everybody.